Okay, so I'm going to do a revised opinion on the built-in spacers ABEC 9 performance, or what they're called. I forget what they're called, but they're kind of like a race performance, but they're called something else. Uh, I forget what their name is, but to be quite honest, it was my try at steel bearings. Okay, it's my try at steel bearings. So what happened was I used them. I realized they got gunk rather quickly, even though the seals look tight and good, just like normal. So what I did was I was like, well, hey, I'll clean them again and see how it goes again. I did. Um, Maybe I'm just not realizing some things. Like, for instance, speed cream is used on ceramic bearings, but I do not know if they use it on metal bearings. So anyway, the bottom line is this: it just doesn't pick up the speed. So even though it has the built-in spacers, I might have to try to pull my bearing rings out and fit them in there if I want to keep the built-in spacer effect. But for now, I just changed my bearings back to ceramic. I can't handle a skateboard that seems like it's not as fast by some percentages. Now, when you go downhill with the built-in spacer skateboard, yeah, you can pick up speed, but it just doesn't feel like it's picking up as much. It's just like having the wrong tires or something, I guess you could say. So this is just a revised opinion on steel bearings. Now, a lot of people say, oh, there's no difference. You can get steel bearings and run just as quick, blah, blah, blah. Look, my experience is, at least with my speed cream, and cleaned, they're already cleaned, everything. I put the speed cream in. There's just no comparison. The ceramic bearings, you can tell the difference. There is no, oh, steel bearings are just as good. People are full of shit. There's a guy that does a video that's about 7 years old that says that shit. He's like, steel bearings are, it's a misnomer that ceramic. No, it's not a misnomer. Ceramic bearings are the fastest. Okay. Also, they pick up speed early. The steel bearings seem like they take time to build this speed. And now, not sure why that is. It's just that's a major issue for me because when I'm trying to kick, I don't have a great kick foot. So if I ever skateboard, you won't see me kick too fast, too much because I don't want my foot to get injured, start hurting. That's an old injury. It has nothing to do with skateboards. So anyway, so I'm just saying these ABEC nines. What are they called? Let's see what they're called real quick. I can read them. Well, anyway, they look like this. Okay, now what I could do is, and I've never done this, so maybe somebody can leave a comment if they do downhill longboard. Taking the bearing rings out and trying to fit them in with the built-in spacers into the other, putting the other case bearing holders or whatever you call them into the new casing. I don't know if I can even do that. I mean, I tried to pull out a bearing ring once, and I was afraid I was going to break the bearings. So I guess there's just no videos on how to do that, is what I'm getting down to. So I went ahead and I took my Sector 9 wheels off, even though they pretty much are the same height as my durians I just ordered. I got the yellow one so I can slide a lot more, and I really need to get back into my sliding. So to do that, you got to have the hard wheels. Now, the durians, I'm not going to lie, they're on Amazon, some of the best wheels you can get. But they're only ones on Amazon that are like the best wheels that you can get. Now, the reason why I say that is because, they're not overly wide. They have the same, they're designed by function to, if you want to slide. They're harder on the edges. The durameter is harder on the edges of each side of each wheel, but softer in the middle, which makes the tire interestingly different. But there are tires that do the same thing. It's just that I'm a favorite. My favorite is Durians. Okay, now I got the hardest version of Durameter, which is, I forget what it. I'm not going to sit here and lie, guys. I don't like to remember all the fucking specs. I'm not that kind of skateboarder, but bottom line is it's the hardest Durameter that they sell. They're the yellow tires, the orangutan durians, okay? They are very good for practicing longboard. Another thing, guys, if you do have steel bearings, just get the ceramic. I'm just going to tell you right now, it doesn't matter if you get built-in spacers if you don't have the ceramic bearings in there. So ceramic bearings are fastest, and if anything, just find a way to get some, if you have to go to a skate shop to have them put because I don't know how to take a bearing ring out. I guess I'm stupid that way, but I don't want to break my bearings trying to do it either. So I would probably have a shop do it. Now, there's no telling. There might be an issue. well, this bearing ring won't fit because, it was a blah, blah, blah. You never know. You never know. But in the meantime, I'm going to go skating, guys. This is just an update on the built-in spacers ABEC 9. I forget, I think they're called Kazakhs or something like that, or some weird name like that. I guess they are a race formula. I just don't say so because they are built-in, one of the only built-in bearings that ABEC makes. Now I've seen the ABEC 6s, I think, but I didn't buy them. They were built-in spacers, but they just look I don't know, like an older model. I don't know what to say. I just don't know anything about it. If you have some insight, give me a comment. In the meantime, I got to go skating.